gonzo. Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I can.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll start on the ground here on first down. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some space here. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Throwing on first down. Huntley. And this is incomplete. The Saints at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Dragon 60. 19 Lions.
Back to the air on second down. Huntley. He completes it to Olave. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Looking to throw. Huntley. Throw left side complete. That's Palmer. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Lawrence on first down. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
79 Broncos. Drop 50, drop 50.
To throw on 2nd down. Huntley. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And the slot man goes in motion left.
18 runners, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Left wing 19. Warriors 17.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutt's to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. He completes it right side of lane. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here we go. Sit.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, but they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Lawrence. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Again, it's Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Huntley. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. They'll get it inside the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
Here we go. Come back in. Come back in. 19
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
70.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Breaking through to drop him. That's Perrion Winfrey.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
18 Rattlers, 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Huntley. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Lawrence to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They think they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And he will be out of bounds with a first down as they will have a 1st and goal on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And my goodness, another interception. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Olave over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On first down, Huntley. That's Olave bringing in another one. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Huntley. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
70, 19 tight, 19 tight, 18, pioneer.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Saints! Chris Olave. As the first half is winding down, and the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. On the left side, a catch by White. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
To throw on second down, Huntley. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. John Johnson with the INT. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. Opting to run again here with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
18, 7 Pirates.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And his throw here is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Check smash. Mustang 19. Warrior 17.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Hurt. 18, Pioneer. 70 Ranger.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Back 60.
Off play action. Huntley
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Back to throw again. The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And, partners, we know to be successful in this league, number 1, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number 2, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a gain that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He tried to get away, but to no avail, and an absolute killer there. A 12-yard loss on 1st and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. Rig alert, rig alert. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Come on, come on. Hey.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
19 tight, 19 tight.
On 4th down, Huntley, and it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receiver.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Throwing to start the drive. Huntley.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Chris Olave
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Palmer. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
79 Broncos. Trap 50, trap 50. Look like team. Cut. Panther 11, Panther 11. Set, triple, set.
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always goes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, hold it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
And now here is another interception.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah,
he's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 52 yards. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Saints, it's back.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow